Hey guys, how's it going? It's your man Cham here today, and we are at round 8 of the Aussie Sim Racing Championship here at Germany. And so far, we're looking very good. We've actually got the pace to compete with some of the top guys, which is fantastic. However, because of this pace, we want to get more out of qualifying. And so I was back out again on the super soft tyres, trying to get the most out of a qualifying lap I can get. We're not really looking too good at this point, but we are actually up on pace, which is looking good as we go into the stadium section. Hopefully we can get some more pace out of this, but having a slow car in the way doesn't help. The slow car in the way there has just completely ruined my concentration. We've run wide at the penultimate corner. We've gone through and we've just had a terrible corner. To make matters worse, our lap didn't get us any track position, and then other people beat us, so we ended up in P9 for the race. But here we are. What can we do from 9th place? The lights are all ready to go. And away we go. Starland's had an awful start, so we're already in P8. Wow. How's that for a start? Hopefully we can gain another place or two into the corner. One Slick Mofo's kept the inside line and so forced me wide, but Grunting Tortoise has managed to get through as well. And OP Magic's off. OP Magic's off too. Oh god. We're in 8th place now. We've actually gained a place out of all of this. The big winner, of course, is Grunting Tortoise, because he's gained about 3. And considering what's happened every other time I've battled him, I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah, boy!
But today's a new day, and I really don't want to get involved in any crashes. That would not be good, especially with the pace we've shown around here so far. We're in 8th place, and there's a massive bottleneck into the hairpin, as expected on the first lap. Grunting Tortoise is weaving more than Hamilton does in real life, and we've got a run on him. What can we do from here? And we're going to go around the outside, and we've actually made it stick. We have made a move on him stick for like the first time in this entire season. Wow. But anyway, here we are behind Mosmatty now, as we cut to the second lap of the race, and we're still right behind him. We've got to run into the hairpin. We don't have DRS at this point, obviously, because it's the second lap. But here we are, looking for an overtake to get into 6th place. What can we do? As we go into the hairpin, the leaders ahead are having a bit of a problem. They're all off. The top 2 are all off. We're going to go through as well now. There's 2 cars having a battle ahead. We're going to get through both of them. Oh my god. We've managed to obliterate through the field. We've gone from 7th to 4th now. We're fighting for 3rd. We're going to go through into this kink and okay. We haven't got the places that we wanted to get as Tortoise considers a move on the inside, but we're right behind Mosmatty and One Slick Mofo. They're in 3rd and 4th, and we're in 5th. After starting 9th, that's one hell of a start for us. How good is that? Especially on a track like this, where you can get DRS and just go straight up the inside of people. So here we are. We're going to put a move on One Slick Mofo. We've got the DRS. It's timed perfection. We're not quite going to go for the move, but Tortoise inside of us has decided to go for it. So we're going to go for the switchback, put ourselves straight back into 5th place. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And off we go to battle One Slick Mofo again for 4th place. This time we've got a perfect run. We're going to go through. We've got the inside line. We're past him for 4th place. Wow. Going to use the inside, not give him the opportunity for a switchback. He hasn't been able to do it, so we're through and in 4th place. But unfortunately, it didn't stay like that for very long, as One Slick Mofo obviously wasn't happy in 5th place and tried one of the more ballsy overtakes I've seen on this game. He's had a lunge into the inside of the stadium section and he's just barged us out of the way. Because of that, we're down to 6th place again as Tortoise runs wide, so hopefully we should get a run on him. We've taken 5th place back, and it's all going to crap behind us. Ghost Gaming actually has managed to get ahead of 2 cars in the space of 1 straight, and now make that 3 as I've had to run wide to avoid a crash with him. In this league, it all seems to be about keeping yourself out of trouble, really. Everyone else seems to be having a terrible time at doing it, but for once, I've actually not been in a crash. This is fantastic. I know it's 5 laps in, but I reckon we can stay the whole race without a crash. Let's see. But anyway, here we are. We've got DRS on Ghost Gaming. We're going to pull up to the inside, go through. Thank you very much for that place. We're going to take 5th, and we're going to prevent him from going up the inside. But we've run deep. We've run too deep, and now he's pulled on switchback. He has taken 5th place from us, and we're going to make sure Maznat behind does not overtake us. The last thing we need is him on our backs too. So we're going to give him the space, because obviously he's not going to back out of that. But we've managed to keep the place anyway, and we're looking good to take 5th off Ghost Gaming. We've changed camera by accident. That's not good. Oh dear, that's not good. Because of that brief mistake, Maznat's been given the perfect run into this corner, and I've decided that I'm going to pit this lap. I got 61% wear, so it's worth it. And there we have it, 5 laps on the super soft tyre, which, to be fair, I was kind of hoping to get a bit more out of the tyre, but hey, we've got 2 sets of mediums to take us to the end of the race, which is a perfect strategy here, really. Its only flaw is I'm going to have to do a bit of overtaking to get back to where I was. We've come out in a pretty lonely 15th at this point. But I wasn't lonely for very long as we got past Nemo, and then I ended up behind BK again for the second race in a row. Things were looking good for us, but they weren't quite as good for Dynamite up ahead.
It's been a disaster for me.
Hey, help me out! What the hell?
Whilst everyone else was imploding, me and BK were actually able to get through most of the cars. Until I decided that it'd be a good idea to join everyone in ruining my own race. For God's sake, not again. I found yet another way to ruin my own race. But we could still fight through it and get some very good points. It's only 3 seconds after all. And then Mosmatty joined Stingray and Contrast in being rammed off after the hairpin. And then after that, we'd managed to haul ourselves up from 15th to 11th. With everyone else starting to pit, this is looking very good for us. The only issue is getting through the midfield chaos. We'd been fighting for 5th place, and so we wanted to get back up to there, and then Wayno in front of us actually went wide, and then decided it'd be a great idea to cut past me. The friggin' idiot. Thankfully, we were able to slam on the brakes, remembering the time this had happened in 2012 between Perez and Raikkonen. So instead of losing yet another front wing, we didn't lose anything, we actually gained. We got past Wayno's mate, Maznat, and therefore we're up to P9 again. But unfortunately for us, that's probably not going to last too long. Maznat behind us, obviously, has the fresher tyres than us, and he's also going to run a DRS, so he's going to take the position, but we're going to take the inside line so we can lunge back at him. Gone through on the inside, and he's shut the door, so we've had to put the brakes on and make sure we don't crash into the side of him, again like we did in Britain. But that's a story for another time, as we go in and try to retake 9th off him. But then things got crazy as the virtual safety car came out, essentially ruining my pit stop strategy. Other racers have managed to get the jump on us because of the virtual safety car, and therefore we were back down to 10th. But things are looking up, and well, Maznat decided to drive erratically slow, which completely ruined our chance of getting a DRS run into him as the virtual safety car ended. But Karma for driving so erratically soon caught up to him as he managed to get next to Ghost Gaming, and then things went a bit awry for him. He was off, and we'd gain yet another place in our quest to go back to 5th place. So here we were now, we had Ghost Gaming in front of us, and things were looking very good for us, but we didn't exactly want to do anything stupid given what he'd just done. But regardless, we managed to get through pretty easy, and then it was on to the next one in the form of BK, who had come out earlier just in front of us, but had gained a lot more pace since then. But it was to no avail as we managed to get right behind him, and then a virtual safety car came out, which made it even easier for me to catch up to him, really. Unlike Maznat, he was driving very secure, very safely under the virtual safety car. But the only issue with all of this is that there was actually cars in front of us trying to come out of the pits ahead of us. They were obviously not on the same strategies as us, so it wasn't that big of an issue, but in the end, it's still cool to say that he got to the lead, and, well, we did. We're in the P2 and P1, respectively. Things are looking alright, but then the other Mercedes of Prying Stingray as well managed to get the overtake done on me. Bit of a shame that I couldn't fight for the win at this point. Like, Prying Stingray just has too much pace. He's a very good driver. And it didn't take him very long either to snatch the lead back off BK. So here we were, me and BK, fighting for second. Ever since the virtual safety car, my tyres had just become so much better than his. And we'd managed to take it. We are now in P2. What a drive. Considering we'd gone from 15th to 2nd, this is fantastic. BK, however, doesn't exactly want to take this sitting down. So he's going to try and move. We've given him the space, but he's backed out of it. We're in a party chat with each other, so we sort of agreed not to be stupid and just keep position. But then another party chat member in Dynamite managed to retake 2nd place on newer tyres. And it was at this point that I decided I was just going to pit. It was that simple. Last thing I needed to do was be held up by him or lose tyre wear trying to catch him. We're on 71%, and so I bit the bullet. In I came, and BK followed me in as well, just to hold on to strategy, because we were fighting each other right to the flag. Could my mechanics do a good job and get me out ahead of BK? It very much looks like they have. They've done a fantastic job, and we're out ahead of BK. And as well as this, in an even better move for me, we've actually managed to come out ahead of Maznat. Although with that being said, it didn't take very long for him to get back ahead. And now I didn't want to fight him too hard, but I knew that because of the fact he was on a different strategy, I needed to get ahead just so I could get a clean track. And with fresh tyres, the opportunity to pass came very soon. And so I took the opportunity on lap 24, and there I was, 7th place, yet another point scoring position for me. I put a big move through the inside. I wasn't going to give him any space considering his defending in previous instances, but crucially we managed to get ahead of him. And then a big come up happened. Another car had pit, so we got another place. And then Eric ahead of us came out of the pits. So through we went, we're up to P5. Thank you very much, have a nice day. And then things got even better, because Headshot Gaming ahead of us also went into the pits. And as I thought 4th was the only place I'd be able to get, Stylen as well decided to head into the pits. The only problem with that, however, is that we had Contrast behind us, who was on much fresher and newer tyres on a softer compound. And so just as we took 3rd place, he was able to snatch it back from us. It was just a shame really, because we could have gone on the podium. But regardless, 5th place is still a good finishing position. And then, well, we tried to take 4th back from Contrast. It didn't quite pan out for us though. He managed to hold up the inside line. And then we realised that we had Tiote behind us as well now. And so because I had that 3-second penalty, the last 5 laps of this race were spent trying to get away from Tiote. However, this proved to be a very hard thing for me to do because he was on the soft tyres. And as Contrast streaked away with the podium, we were trying to defend 4th place on medium tyres at 50% wear. So what can we do? 4th would be our best result of the season, but we've got a very anxious Tiote behind us that really wants to get into that position. He's going to try lunge on us. He's gone for the lunge, but we've got the outside line, so we're going to stick through it and we're going to keep past him and retake 4th place from him. However, this wasn't the end because he was very keen to try and move down the inside into the stadium section. I wasn't going to let it happen though. It's not happening. I'm going to try my best to stick past him. And, well, with 2 laps to go, and with tyres like mine, it's going to be a titanic effort to keep him behind, let alone gain 3 seconds on him. What can we do from here? 2 laps to go. He's right on our backsides. Can we keep 4th place at least? Hopefully we can. After all, we're looking pretty good at this point. We're just hoping though that he's not going to be able to get the DRS run on us into the next straight. It's not looking good for us though. Our tyres are completely shot. But he's got the DRS advantage now, surely. However, we also have fantastic defensive moves, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inside. I'm not going to let him through, but he's going to find his way through anyway. He's barged through us and he's taken 4th place, but we're going to put a switchback on him because we don't want him to take the place. And obviously, here we go. Our switchback has worked. We've pulled it off. We're in 4th place still, and we go through into the kink and into the corner. We've gone through, we've taken the left hand almost to perfection, and we've got through him despite the increased tyre wear and the lack of grip compared to him. With that being said though, we've been driving fast on him the whole race, and it would be a shame to finish behind him as a result of the final lap. But with that being said, he's not going to stop trying, and he's made a move up the inside. We're going to go around, put the switch back on though, and hopefully we should be able to get through. We've got DRS because we've passed the detection zone behind him. He hasn't had the world's greatest exit though. And because of that, we're able to shove the fuel mix up to Ridge, get the move done. He's gone to the outside and we've got him around him. We pulled off the move. I doubt we're going to get the 3 seconds on him that we need, but we're going to be able to hold the move and keep him behind for now anyway, at least. With that being said though, he's backed right off. We're looking very good. We've gained at least a second or 2 on him here. What can we do? We've got a lap car up ahead of us. Hopefully he'll see that I'm in a battle and move over, but he's not. He's decided that he's going to go all back marker on Vettel and not let us through, and he's completely ruined it for us. We had built up a lead of over a second to Tiote, but now it's all gone. We're going to take the flag 4th, but we're going to finish in 5th. Such a terrible way to end such a great race. What a shame. I got no one else to blame but myself for this. But it's just one of those mistakes that you should not be making in this game, especially non-league racing. So, instead of 4th place, we've come out with 5th, but to be honest with you, I'm still very happy with the result. After all, coming into this race, I was expecting to be back to front by the time the first corner was over. But with that being said, we didn't find the barriers once. For the first time this season, we've actually kept it clean and kept it out of the barriers. Wow. And there's even more good news for us. We've managed to go from 14th to 11th in the driver's standings as well. What a crazy day. Anyway, it's been your man Cham, and I'll see you next time.